Okay, so I know some people wonder, like, well, you know what? How long exactly is your hair? Well, the thing is, well, actually, I really don't know if this is true or not, but I guess African American hair average grows around maybe 6 inches, 6.5 inches per year. Um, People that are maybe Hispanic or Caucasian, Asian, or whatever, whatnot, their hair typically grows a lot faster. I don't know why. But it obviously does. Maybe it's because our hair is usually curly, so it looks like their hair grows faster than ours, but really it doesn't. It's just when your hair curls up, the same length is within a shorter distance because of the curls or whatever. Anyways, around 6.5 inches per year times 7 years. So you just do the math. My hair is around 45 inches. So if you were to take that measurement, of course, it's almost 4 feet. So 4 feet would literally, from the top of my head, 4 feet is going to be where my knees are. So technically my hair is where my knees. But the thing is, I have dreads. But the method that I use when dreading, little tools that I built, I use my dreadlocking tool that I designed myself. And, it's interlocked basically. So because of it being interlocked versus palm roll, your interlocked dreads are going to lose about 50% more than the palm roll. So in other words, my dreads are an average of around 17 inches after almost 6 years of dreads, 7 years of growth. But if I palm rolled it, these would be closer to 30 to 34 inches. They would be almost twice the length. Okay? So you guys got to make sure you know that. If you're going to get your hair interlocked, it's going to take longer for you to see the hair because of the method. Palm roll doesn't take too much of the length away. But when you palm roll your hair, of course, it's nowhere near as strong as it is when you interlock it. So you have to really look at enough videos and choose what you want. The thing is, when you palm roll your hair, it just looks much, much neater. And if you're not doing anything to cause breakage, well, then don't worry about the fact that they're not as strong as an interlock. But if you're not rushing the length of your hair, I suggest you do interlock because your dreads, no matter how skinny they are, they're very strong. So, anyhow, that's pretty much what it is. It's just, an average person's hair, I guess, grows 6 to 6.5 inches per year, and that more hair you have, the faster it's going to grow because of the weight of the hair. And if you have your hair in styles or whatnot, the pulling of the hair whatnot, that kind of, I guess, promotes growth. Your hair actually stretches too, so sometimes your hair looks like it grew from the root, but really it didn't. It's just because of how tight you have it pulled. Your hair can actually stretch to an X amount before it actually snaps, which I don't believe is a good thing anyway, because when you pull in your hair, it just makes it thinner before it wants to snap. So don't do that. And that's pretty much what happens when you palm roll your hair. If you palm roll it too tight to a point to where it curdles up. So if you're looking at right here, you palm roll your hair and then it starts to do this, that's incorrect. Do not ever let someone tell you that that's how you should get it done. That's unprofessional. It's going to break and snap. Anything that's being twisted into one direction, the outer part of anything that's being twisted in one direction, the outer layers are going to get weak before the inner layer. I don't care if it's made out of steel. You can braid steel. So you can braid and twist steel or iron. So if you keep doing that, it's going to snap. But anything that twists in one direction automatically wants to untwist. So you have to think about that too, and that's one of the reasons why palm roll dreads break much, much easier than interlock dread. So that said, make sure if you're looking into this dreadlock stuff because you want to get into it, make sure you're careful on the methods that you choose on how to do your dreads, and you want to do that according to your lifestyle. Okay, see, I ride bikes. I build e-bikes. Okay, which means when you rolling on two wheels, you gotta always have a helmet on your head. So I can't do too many hairstyles that will prevent me from wearing my helmet. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then I do a lot of electronic mechanic work. Sometimes I'm on the ground and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I always have to have my hair pinned up or wrapped with a wave cap or something like that. Make sure you do the necessary. You're working around machines. You should never, ever, under no circumstances, have your hair loose and to where it get caught into the machine and then end up ripping your scalp off, because that can actually happen. There's people on the internet who've had their face and head, the skin ripped off because they're working around machinery that has like a rotary feature to it, and then your hair get caught into it and rip it off. So be careful. So again, do your diligence. Do diligence when you're getting into this. But I recommend anyone to do it. Any race. Any race can get their hair dreaded. Doesn't matter if your hair is super straight or curly. Dreadlocks are not only for black people, so all that's like, ignorant right there. So many people who don't like when they see, let's say, a white person with dreads or whatnot. Come on with the nonsense, Anyone can have dreads, But anyways, this is a little bit of knowledge right there kicking out to you. Batman of Inglewood, a.k.a. Dresses Christ, signing out. Peace out. And check my page out, Batman of Inglewood, on Instagram.